Hey everybody, Mike J. Anthony here. I want to talk about in this video the Bitcoin funding team and why I decided to join this. Now, I really messed up. I'm going to tell you right now, I messed up badly in 2009 because Bitcoin came out and a lot of us did this. If we happen to have heard about it, we probably thought it was scammy, schemy, some kind of a virtual coin that came out that somebody thought about, and I didn't think twice about it. I wasn't given the correct information that I needed to know at the time because at that time, a Bitcoin was 10 cents on the dollar. You could get it for a dime. And I would have thought I was buying something useless that's never going to amount to anything. And it's just some kind of a scheme or a gimmick, basically, is what I thought. It was just the latest gimmick going around. And lo and behold, all these years later, Bitcoin is still around. Not only is it still around, but it's also over $1,200 as of the time of this recording. Can you say a serious mistake was made? Yes, it was, but it wasn't just me making a mistake. It was, you don't know. You don't know. I wasn't given the correct information, what I needed to know to make an educated decision on buying that. And as somebody who has experience investing in the stock market, and I like investing in things that represent freedom like gold and silver, I would have definitely been all over Bitcoin had I known. And this would have been the best investment I've ever made in my entire life. Now, would have been, could have been, should have been, it's all past tense. The best part about this is that even though, that boat has already sailed, it's still a relatively new concept, the blockchain. It's still something that people do not understand. It's still something that people, I believe, need to understand, and they're going to see it more and more. They're going to see this because you already are involved in digital currency, whether you know it or not. That's what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a digital currency, which means that if you pay your bills online, you're paying in digital currency. I pay almost every one of my bills online. Um, if you buy anything online, you're dealing with digital currency. And in the future, in the near future, you're going to go to the supermarket and they are going to accept Bitcoin. That's what digital currency is. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of major companies already accept Bitcoin, such as Home Depot, and you can just go online and Google it, and it'll give you a list of all the companies, major well-known companies that accept Bitcoin. eBay, PayPal, they all accept Bitcoin, and the list is growing and growing and growing. And right now, they are contemplating those of you who are stock market savvy will know what an ETF is, or an exchange traded fund. The SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, has to make a decision on whether they're going to allow that to become an exchange traded fund or not. That's coming up as of in about 12 days, or 11 days from tomorrow, or March 11th. A decision is going to be made on that. That was actually kicked off by the Winklevoss brothers, who are mostly well known for having a lawsuit against Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook back when Facebook was coming out, or before Facebook came out. So these guys settled. They ended up settling out of court. They're very rich. They're billionaires themselves, and they are very big on Bitcoin, and they want to see this perpetuated in an exchange traded fund. They started that process 3.5 years ago. So we're just now finding out in less than 2 weeks whether that's going to become a reality. But Bitcoin itself is already a reality. It's already over $17 billion in market cap. And so many people do not know about this. That's why I want to spread the word about Bitcoin. It's also not centralized, it's decentralized. So it's not beholden to any big banks or government or anything like that. You can make transactions on the worldwide Bitcoin network, is what it's called, and it's a lot of computers who work out these transactions, and they have a big long line of letters and numbers for the transaction number. It's called a hash number. That number is put together with so many characters and code that it's impossible to break. So it's very, very secure. So I love Bitcoin for all of those reasons. But the way that you can get this, because since I missed the boat on just purely buying Bitcoin back in 2009, there are still ways that you can obtain it, you can save it, you can use it as a store of value, just like gold. As a matter of fact, they're calling Bitcoin the digital gold. That's what it is, and that's exactly what it reminds me of, because I'm big on buying gold and silver. Well, you can actually, you can't take Bitcoin to the, I mean, you can't take gold to the supermarket and buy anything with it, but pretty soon you're going to be able to buy your groceries with Bitcoin. You can already pay your bills online. It's a digital currency, so these things are already reality. So that's why I like buying the digital gold, which is called Bitcoin, for this reason. And this program that I'm telling you about, the Bitcoin funding team, is about helping others in need, so that you can get all the things you need in life. So it uses a concept called crowdfunding, which is a large group of private people getting together to fund a venture or some kind of project. Like I know one called the video game Star Citizen, for example, was funded that way. As of 2016, you can go to the website and look this up. Star Citizen has raised over $116 million just from people who want to play the game, not from a big bank, not from a big developer, not from any kind of corporate entity, but from people just like you and me who want to play games like that. They raise the money to develop their own game, basically. So that's part of the new economy, these things that are going on. And you have to be in tune to what's going on, because if you're not, then, trends like this, record-making business ideas and trends and ventures will pass you by and you won't know what happened. Well, you need to be on board with what's going on with Bitcoin, because this is one of those life-changing things that came around not so long ago, but still people do not understand what it is. So I want to get the word out there. And one way, now we cannot go back in time and buy Bitcoin at 10 cents anymore, but here's the thing. It's going to keep going up. It's at 1,200 right now. There's people who believe that Bitcoin will be at $10,000 per one Bitcoin in the next couple of years. Some people are saying that Bitcoin is going to be over $3,000 this year in 2017. Now, I have no idea where Bitcoin is going to go, but all I know is I want to have some. That's all I know, because I didn't have any in 2009. I want to have some now. So, and a way that you can get Bitcoin is by using the Bitcoin funding team. So what we're doing is, in this group, is that we're funding nonprofits through crowdfunding. Remember when I said it's a bunch of people who get together and, create a business venture by putting their money together? Well, we're putting our Bitcoin together. The Bitcoin funding team is using nothing but Bitcoin and to do this, and that's why I like it. I wouldn't be interested if it wasn't for Bitcoin, because it uses a 2x5 matrix. So what you need to do is, to get involved with this, to join the Bitcoin funding team, you need to get in yourself, and this is all donation based. This has nothing to do with products. Nothing is being sold. There's no corporate greed. There's no middlemen. It's strictly person-to-person payments. So you're going to make a donation, which is going to go to another member of the Bitcoin funding team at zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, which right now that equals about $120, since Bitcoin is roughly around $1,200. So you're going to take a tenth of that, which is 120. That's going to be your one-time donation. That gets your site activated. That gets you started. That gets you opened up to receive donations from others. And that's how this works. Where that money's going to go is it's going to fund charities. Now, there's a lot of people that's going to say, oh, well, I don't know about that or whatever. Well, you know what? All it takes is to do a little bit of work to fund it by you putting in your one-time donation and then paying it forward by showing this to two people that you love, two people that you know who may need a little financial help, because that's going to get them some Bitcoin. And having Bitcoin is like having a store of value. And that's the whole purpose of this. But not only that, but you can get yourself a lot of Bitcoin, because it's going to open up more donations. So the more that you own, the more that you're going to make. So that's what it is. And it's a donation program. So I'm going to put the information underneath this video of where you can go to get more info about this. But here's a picture of the type of stages that you go through. It goes through 5 stages. It's 2x5. So it starts with 2. They call them donation centers, because you're starting with your own donation, which opens you up to receive 2. and then the next stage it doubles, then it doubles again, and doubles again. But all of this means there's Bitcoin involved. So you're going to donate zero point 0.1 Bitcoin in stage 1. In stage 2, you'll donate zero point 0.2, but you'll be able to receive 0.8. You'll do it again in stage 3. But now your Bitcoin is 0.4. In stage 4, you're going to be donating 1 entire Bitcoin, which I know you can't fathom right now because it's $1,200. But by the time you get to that stage, you're going to be able to donate 1 Bitcoin, but then you're going to open up yourself to be able to receive 16 Bitcoin, which is worth about $64,000. By the time you get to stage 5, you're donating 2 Bitcoin, which opens you up to receive 64 Bitcoin. The total is 84 Bitcoin, and this will be coming in every month. Right now, that you're looking at about, that's, 84 Bitcoins is one, let's just say it's 1.2K. So it's 1,200 right now for a Bitcoin. So that's over $80,000 a month. Okay, so this is just going down, and this is a video that you'll be able to watch. I'll send this to you. It's a Bitcoin funding team calculator, and it's a 20-minute video that you can watch and see what all these numbers are I'm talking about. But basically, it's taking one donation, paying it forward to 2 people, and then having your 2 people paying it forward to 2 people, to their 2 people, and you just help them do that. And the first thing people like to say, oh, that sounds like a pyramid. Well, first of all, do you even know what a pyramid is? It's somebody at the top making all the money from people at the bottom. Already a moot point because this is person-to-person payments. You're not paying anybody at the top. You're only paying the next person. So there is no centralized person that's making all the money. So you can get rid of that idea anyway. And not only that, but a pyramid is one of the most stable forms on Earth. Everything is shaped like a pyramid. The government, your job, you name it. That's why the ancient Egyptians built tombs, because they believed that when they go into the afterlife, they're going to go using the most stable form in the universe, which they believe. They believe that shape is the pyramid. So that's why their tombs were, to send them into the afterlife, were pyramid shaped. So you should not be hating pyramids. You should love pyramids, because that is the most stable form on Earth. So don't worry about that. But anyway, there's no central person going to the top. It's simple person-to-person payments. So since everybody coming in has to pay another member, then that does away with the illegal pyramid that you're talking about. But that's illegal. But this here is very much legal, and it's being used with Bitcoin, which is one of the most stable currencies on Earth right now. It's going around the world. China is getting involved in it. And that's why I love it so much. If it was just dollars and cents, I wouldn't use it. But because it's Bitcoin, I'm very interested in it. So, and if all I have to do is put in my donation of what now at the current Bitcoin rate is $120 one time, and then pass this forward to 2 people, isn't that worth it? If I gave you the opportunity, if I come up to you and I say, hey, so and so, if I can give you the opportunity to make 80,000 or more every month, and all you have to do is put in $100 on your own, and then share it with 2 people who also put in $100, isn't that worth it? Isn't that worth doing a little work? And that's the thing, because I promote other things. I promote a high-ticket affiliate marketing program, which is a lot more work than this. It also has product sales. It also costs a lot more. It doesn't cost $100. It costs thousands of dollars. If you want to get in at the top level of my affiliate marketing program, you need to come up with $60,000. If you want to buy a product, well, it's going to cost you $2,500 to get the beginning license. I'm only talking about $100 here. And then all you do is share it with two other people, and you don't even have to get them to pay. You can also pay their way in. You'll be paying $240 at the current Bitcoin rate if you pay 2 people's way in. It could be, some family members, close friends, somebody that needs some financial help and support. Isn't it worth possibly making 80,000 a month or more? And all you have to do is share it with 2 people that you're close to and that you love. Yet so many people don't want to do any work. I know I'm just trying to answer questions that I already know are going to hit me. Oh, well, I don't know how to recruit. You don't have to recruit a bunch of people. This isn't an MLM. There's no products involved. There's nothing to be sold. It's donations. It's helping people. It's people helping people. And it's person-to-person payments. Isn't that worth you putting a measly $100 in one time and then helping two people do the same thing? Isn't it worth that? I think it is. Especially when you're dealing with Bitcoin, which you should own anyway. This is how you can get it without having to be at the beginning of 2009 when it was only 10 cents. Because since that time has passed, and most of us has missed the boat on that, this allows the average person to be able to accumulate Bitcoin and possibly retire and possibly change your life. And all you have to do is spend, $100 one time. And then share it with two people that you know and care about. Not hundreds of people. You don't have to go out there and get hundreds of people, but just two. And help them get two. And I'll help you do that as well, because, people like me, we're doing this, we're promoting it, and we're going to get more than two people. But we can only have two in our stage one. That means the next person's going to fall down to possibly your level. Say you join and you're like underneath me. You're not really underneath me, you're with me, but for the sake of argument, say you're underneath me and I somehow have like 4 people now. 2 have made their donations. 2 more came in. They're now going to fall under your group because I can only have 2 in my first stage. So isn't it worth making your one donation of $100 and $120, whatever the Bitcoin rate is, 1/10 of a Bitcoin, and sharing this with 2 people in order to have Bitcoin for the future, which is going to keep going up and up in value? That's all you have to do. So for those of you who don't want to do any work and you don't want to tell anybody, you need to really think about what you're telling yourself. You need to really think about what Bitcoin is. You need to really think about what's going on in the world around you and why this is so, massively the potential appeal is so massive. And that's the only reason why I'm making this video. It's the only reason why I'm joining this program. This is not something I would ever be involved with if it was just straight dollars. But because it's Bitcoin and it's only Bitcoin, I'm all over it. And I want to tell you guys the reason why I like it so much and why I think you should be joining me in the Bitcoin funding team so that we could fund Bitcoin not just for ourselves but for other people, for charities. We have charities lined up that we're going to be funding. So you're going to be helping your fellow man as well. And in doing so, you're going to be helping yourself. But the catch is you have to do a little work. There is no such thing as something for nothing. So many people, and I know because a lot of you who watch my videos, you know that I promote other programs and, HYIPs. Well, those aren't real. Those are not real business models. Those are just temporary schemes that I use for entertainment purposes. But this is something real. This is something that you can build long term. The best things in life are things that you can build. Not get something for nothing. You don't appreciate it, you don't enjoy it. It's fleeting. Even if you do happen to make a little bit of money in those programs, you spend it. Why not put $120 in Bitcoin as a donation to build yourself a legacy for your friends and family? Because Bitcoin is just going to keep going up. Listen, folks, Bitcoin is just going to keep going with or without you. It doesn't matter whether you join me or not. You're going to see this happen. And you're going to say, wow, I remember Mike J. Anthony telling me all about this, and I did nothing. You're going to be like me looking back in 2009. Oh, my God, I messed up bad. I should have bought that Bitcoin back in 2009 when it was 10 cents. You're going to be saying the same thing if you don't get involved with it and get Bitcoin some kind of way. Even if you don't join me in this, do something that gets you some Bitcoin, because this is where the future's going. When you're in the shopping cart line, when you're in the supermarket, and you're in the line with your shopping cart, and they say, how do you want to pay for that? Credit card, cash, and Bitcoin, you're going to say, Bitcoin, what? You know what I mean? It's just going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and you're going to say, wow, I should have got some Bitcoin. Not only that, but it's going to be much easier. It's totally secure. It's yours. It cannot be taken away from you. It's what you need to be doing. It's what you need to seriously consider and look at. Billionaires have been talking about this. Bill Gates has talked about this. Richard Branson has talked about this. The Winklevoss brothers have been banging the table about this for several years now. Those are the guys that were originally involved with Facebooks before it came out. These are very, very rich people. So if they're talking about it, what are you doing, So anyway, this video is coming up on 20 minutes now, so I think you know what to do. Look underneath this video at the next links. Find out everything you need to know. Don't just do things willy-nilly, but do all your research, do the Google, YouTube, watch all the videos, go into my link that I'm going to put underneath this video and learn everything you need to know about this. And you'll start to see why I love Bitcoin so much, why I love this program so much. And I'm not just helping myself, but I'm also helping fund charities and helping other people develop and build wealth. And that's the name of the game. Not just make some money, but build real lasting wealth. That's what this is. That's why I love it so much. So click the links that are underneath this video and learn everything you can about it. This is Mike J. Anthony. I'll see you on the next video.